Getting ready to train.
Micah Frankel, Cage Mines at Jackson's Acoma, joined by Brant Moore.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? It's great to be here. It's great to see you out here. Took a visit to your city this time, you know. Got everything getting some training in. Jackson's Acoma. Loving it out here.
We talked to you before. LFA 78. Talk to us. Tell us about how you felt the night went down.
So with LFA 78, so with Nation, the biggest thing I felt was I've had over 20 MMA fights, and that's just the MMA fights itself. I've had plenty of jiu-jitsu competitions, Muay Thai fights, boxing matches, all kinds of stuff, right? Really experienced, even though I'm like just 25. And Nation that I saw, I didn't know too much background of many other things, like his wrestling, how far that went, but I did know he only had like maybe 5 MMA fights, like 3 amateur, 2 pro. 2 amateur, 3 pro, and he was 3-0. And I saw all of them, and he was beating everybody very quickly and soundly. Like he's never faced real adversity, and I knew he was going to face that with me, regardless, and saw where I could take him, whether it be deep waters, all kinds of different things like that. But but the biggest thing, the way I was explaining it, I was like, either one of us is going to be surprised whenever the fight starts. Either I'm going to be surprised at how good he is for how little fights he's had, or he's going to be surprised at how solid I am in the game. So what wound up happening is he got surprised, you know.
There afterwards, the angle that you hit the choke at, they didn't know whether to call it an arm triangle or a rear naked. You kind of had everybody stumped at that moment. What do you call it?
It's just a rear naked choke. Larry calls it the side naked choke. Me and D-Rock both have Derek D-Rock Krantz, that's my teacher. Shout out to D-Rock. What's up, baby? I love you. You know, me and him being my teacher, I'm sure y'all saw a lot of my jiu-jitsu and him in my jiu-jitsu. He's heavily influenced my game. As soon as I got mount on him, he turned away from me. He went over that, what I call the 50% line. He went 51% over, and then after that, just put that chest pressure down and cinched it around his neck, and it was done. It was done. He couldn't, once I locked it in, he couldn't, no matter what he did, I had his neck. So.
A great performance. How do you rate it?
I think I did good, like, you know, a good solid, like, maybe 9 out of 10. You can always improve. There's always things I can do better. Like, I stayed very solid. Made sure that I didn't do certain things, like whenever he started moving around, I started like stand on my back foot and pivoting on it, like tracking him. And you don't want to do that because you start following people, you know, which is what he wanted. So instead of following him, I took a step back, circled out a little bit, then got back into it. Kept my hands in so he didn't know exactly what my range was while he was like testing his range with his jab. As soon as he extended his arms, I already knew what his range was and when he was going to be ready to punch and when he wasn't going to be ready to punch. So my striking's really underrated, mainly because, you know, I hit a guy 1 or 2 times and then either I take them down or they start reaching for me, and you know, I choke them. My motto is I turn strikers into grapplers, and then grapplers into dust is the motto. So I continue that trend in every fight.
Do you feel that you showed improvement, development?
Absolutely, absolutely. I didn't jump the gun too fast. I didn't jump the gun, and I also didn't not pull the trigger. I feel like I had that good middle ground of making the right decisions whenever they were called. You know, especially like when I got him to the ground. We got there pretty fast, and I stabilized myself instead of feeling like, oh, I'm strong or I got a better position, let me go for something crazy, because I could have when he butterfly hooked me, tried to step over it, and then he's trying to leg lock me, and now we're in the leg lock game. So I made sure to keep it in my realm and in my game and away from his game as much as possible. So.
Now building on that, what's your thoughts looking at the LFA landscape as you got a win there on the first card on UFC Fight Pass. It was like being part of the reboot, the restart for
sure.
them. How do you look at?
Oh, give me the belt. Give me the belt. Can't nobody hold me. What are you talking? For sure. Give me the belt, man. I'm solid. I'm solid. I got my cardio and conditioning up, to fight 5 rounds if I need to. I'm training all the time. I fought just like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. I don't remember how long it was at this point, but I haven't really taken many days off from the gym. At that Monday, I was right back in there, like nothing happened. Didn't take too much damage. There's no reason for me to not keep this momentum going. At Acoma, I got a lot of good people, a lot of good looks. Got Jesse over here. What's up, Jesse? I got a lot of different looks and different people I get to train with, and solid guys like Landon Venata. Venata's out here waxing me. So it's always good training with people getting, there's levels to the game. I think Venata's like number 27 in the UFC right now. So, being able to train with him, that helps me level up my game, and it also helps me realize that I'm not out here in the far zone. Like, I'm less than an arm's reach away from the world class fighters.
Kevin Aguilar is out here with you. You
Yes.
talk about how big of an influence Derek Krantz has been on you. You guys have all worked together for years. What has it been like this trip, a breath of fresh air, getting a different look?
It's definitely been a breath of fresh air for the most part. It's hard to breathe out here.
Elevation.
The elevation's real. It's a real thing. It's not an illusion. It's really good. Shout out to Avco for letting me get off work and come up here and actually be able to have this trip. Shout out to you guys. If you're in the East Texas or the Texas area in general, get your roof done by them. So it's just been a good experience. Normally, I got a 9-to-5 job, so. Wake up in the morning, train sometimes if work's not too demanding. Working in roofing, it's like, now it's cold right now, so it's not like we're gunning it. But during the summer, I can't train in the morning because I'm gonna have to kill it at work lifting a lot of bundles of shingles or synthetic whatever, and then leave work, maybe take a nap, maybe play some League of Legends, go to the go to the gym. Hammer it out for a couple hours in the gym with AOD and D-Rock and Steve Jones, Ariel Juarez as well, and after that, rinse, repeat. But here, the way it's been now, getting trained 2-3 times a day, it's amazing. It's I thought I would have a hard time, but since I'm already in shape for my last fight, I'm not getting wiped by the elevation too bad, So this trip's been good. It's very nice.
And then we got to talk to you for a long time last time.
Yeah.
I want to ask a little bit. Tell us about your warrior spirit, your mentality, why you love martial arts.
So when I was little, I wanted to be like. I also watched a lot of anime. I'm sure you get that a lot. Talking to MMA fighters, it's like a big thing. It's okay to be super weeb now, but watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z. Watched a lot of Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, and Chuck Norris, all those guys. I wanted to be like them, and they wanted to be the best, and I wanted to be the best fighter since I was a little kid. But I didn't know what that looked like, so my parents put me in karate from like 3 to 12, and then I stopped doing that to play football, and I stopped playing football a little bit later. At 15, I started getting into boxing, and then at 17, I started doing jiu-jitsu, and I found out, despite the fact I've been striking all my life, I'm actually a genius grappler. Like, who knew, right? So I thought that was pretty cool. I know martial arts been a big influence in my life also because being the way I am, it's kind of meta to be in the anime, being nerdy and whatever. But back in my day, it wasn't cool. You got picked on for stuff like that. You like Dragon Ball Z. Everybody's like, oh, this freaking nerdy dude try to pick on you, but you know how to fight. You're the nerdy dude that can whoop somebody, and yeah, martial arts. get into it if you're getting if you're getting bullied, anything like that. You know, young kids, anything. You know, find a jiu-jitsu gym. Find a boxing gym, 2 to 1, honestly, or 2 out of 3 times. You know, I would recommend if you're getting bullied to do jiu-jitsu, because it's about being the smaller guy versus the bigger guy. And chances are, if you're getting bullied and you're a kid, you're probably getting bullied by the bigger kid. You don't want to get into boxing, which even boxing teaches you how to punch. It's still weight class dependent. Like, you know, I'm not finna swing it out. I'm not finna swing it out with an amateur level heavyweight and be all like, yeah, I'm finna do this. You get boom out of there, you know. But in jiu-jitsu, somebody does whatever to you, you choke them, and you'd be surprised how little people know how to grapple that don't train. You forget living and hanging with killers all the time. So, bully-proof yourself.
Well, when's the next time we're going to see you fight on TV? What's your expectations?
Man, probably February. You know, hopefully a fight around or before my birthday, February 22nd. You know, if I'm super lucky and super blessed, you know, somehow I might maybe get on the UFC card in Houston. But if not, you know, is he in camera? What's up, Jesse? I see you over there, baby. But if I'm lucky, if I'm blessed, you know, everything falls in line, UFC in Houston in February. At the same time, still blessed. LFA fighting either solidifying that top spot, which I feel like I've already done. I'm undefeated in their cage, like multiple times over. But if they want to give me a shot at the belt, I'm ready for a shot at the belt. If they want me to take another fight because there's another guy in line and he's been waiting for a while, that's fine too. Whatever, none of them can hold me, so it doesn't really matter. Like, whichever one they put in front, whoever gets put in front of me, I'm gonna beat regardless. So hopefully February, though, to answer your question.
Got to meet you in person.
Yeah.
Brant, good getting to talk to you, sir. Thank you for the time.
Hey, I love y'all. Just keep watching me. I'm gonna try to keep being awesome, and just the same, y'all stay awesome. I love y'all.